outside and right back in, and there's absolutely no consequence. So, apart from that, there's a lot of things that I did intentionally. Let's actually look at this. So here is our waiting room, or like a kind of like an antechamber. This is just a place where you can sit if you're maybe waiting for people, or if you just want to, take it in, rest after you've been traveling to get here, whatever the case may be. I've got a few different art pieces. I've got the sculpture and then these two. And this room is the check-in desk, so this is where our guests will arrive and first meet our staff. So the staff will work here to check guests in, to make sure they have everything they need, and also to move their luggage to their room. We also have some books and things in here in case somebody needs to wait. We also have a full coffee service here available for them, as well as a couple different places to sit, and a nice feature to look at. Now, beyond the check-in desk, this is where I imagine a lot of people would be meeting. So what I envision for this space is that it's a place where like a corporate retreat might happen. Something like Ryujin is sending people out for a conference or something. Well, this could be one of the facilities that hosts it. So this has a lot of seating. We have some seats that look out the window here onto the landscape, which is so barren. And I guess I get why they call the moon what they call it, which is worthless, but I love it here. So each of these stations has 2 chairs and a table for people to sit at as they are discussing things. I think of these like breakout sessions. So they're kind of doing those all around here, and this I think is where most everything would take place, but there's a lot of other rooms, a lot of other things our guests can do here. So we have a library for them as well. We've got tons of books and nice little places to sit all around the library here, as well as some different features and nice couches and places to sit. We've got another area here which is just great for relaxing, for chatting. And then over here we have a letter writing desk in case anybody needs to, prepare some correspondence, as they say. Alright, let's move on to the next room. I really like these shelves that I have in these rooms, and these are from a mod called Lived In Outposts. I could not get along without them. It's a fantastic mod, and I suggest you all use it. So some of these decorations are mine, and some of them come from the mod, but I think the effect that they've achieved is really, really nice. So this is our bar. It has a small hookah section over there, and then lots of standing tables. We have 2 stations. This one is more of the draft beverages, things that would be on tap. And then over here we have more of a sort of cocktail bar. So that's got your ice, your fruit, plenty of different things, and all ready to serve you here with all these different ingredients. Got a couple of shelves on the back wall just for a couple things to hold there. It's got to have some place to put the bottles, and that's also the purpose of these wine racks. And now, when I made this, I made it so that you could squeeze by. But as you see, sometimes I have a little trouble getting through that gap. So, we'll figure out what that is at a later date. We have a coffee service station here, as well as a little still. So, in case we can't get our booze shipments on time, we can make our own. Alright, that's our bar. colors like they appear to be. They are actually purple. So once I get all of these set back up, and I have to do this every time it reloads if I want it to show purple. But this is how it looks. I don't think I changed this one. This is how it looks when it's all lit up purple, and this is even in the daytime. So at night it is much more purple, which is kind of a calming thing. So at everyone's bed they have two different nightstands, and there are shared lockers between the two areas here. So they can put whatever they want in these, and you know. Alright, now I'd love to show you the main room with the lighting fixed. So I'm just going to go through and adjust these lights as well. So all of these circular ones, let's see, I'm starting at the reception area, just so I don't lose track. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Maybe this was 10. Regardless, this is how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to have this nice rainbow effect that goes all the way around the room. And I think it makes the space really fun, very unique looking. So I wish that those lights would persist through different load states, but they just, they don't, and that's okay. In this room as well, I've added yellow light to give it a darker atmosphere, so I'm gonna reset these as well, and then I'll give you a look around here at night, just so we can see with only these lights set up, the ones that I've placed here, what this place really looks like. Let's see, I need the top one. Here I stacked a yellow and a white light because I like the effect that that gives to make an area brighter, but also to keep it, having that nice ambiance. So I watched my video back about my Mercury outpost as well as my ship decorating video, and I realized that I say ambiance a whole heck of a lot. So ambiance is not my favorite word, I guess. I have other words that I like to use, but that's the one that jumped to mind. So character might be a good one to use. Let's see, I've got a yellow light stacked on top of something here, but I can't quite tell what that is. NPCs. None of the NPCs that are here will be able to sit down. But that's okay. We really created this more as kind of a fun thought experiment than anything else. So let's bed down, and we'll come back at nighttime. So this will be around midnight, and it should be plenty dark by then. And we're waiting. 3, 2, 1. Okay, up and at 'em. It cracks me up how the NPCs get stuck in a bed. Okay, so this is how the place looks at night. I'll take you into first person mode just to get a better view here. So the purple throughout. To me, the purple looks really nice and really calming in this space. I didn't do anything special as far as I remember with the lights in the kitchen. Here, same thing, just used regular white lights to make it brighter. So the brighter lights are nice. Placed no lights in there, and here is the room all lit up. So I've thrown a bunch of art on the walls as well. So the rainbow pattern is a little bit understated, but still pretty visible as you look around. So I really love how that turned out. I'm a great fan of that. Okay, here's our library, which is much, much cozier with the yellow light. I mean, look at that. Wouldn't you just want to sit here and cuddle up with a book? I know I sure could. Alright, there's that. And let's see, the last place I have the custom lighting is in the bar. So the bar can get pretty hoppin', I suppose. This is like a little bit of mood lighting, I guess. So it changes things a little bit. You know, these lampshades can take on different colors based on what kind of light it's under. So generally, I really like how that turned out as well. I think that it gives kind of a club vibe to it. And that's really what I was going for. I started with the bar. I wanted to make a bar. And then I thought about what kind of place would have a bar, and of course a hotel, but you know, I didn't just want to make a series of bedrooms to make a hotel. So instead I came up with this idea for the corporate retreat. So specifically with Ryujin in mind, I originally used one of the hanging dragon statues. That wooden dragon that is in the entranceway of the Ryujin Tower. I had it just sitting way up here, but it was really cluttered. It was an eyesore, so I got rid of it. And instead I have this transparent fishbowl. And I put in all these places for people to sit and talk. And now no one can actually sit there, but we can imagine they do, like we're imagining everything. And that happens at this outpost, so that's a free room, and I am really, really pleased with how this turned out. If you guys like this kind of content, you know, let me know. So, happy to share this with you. I hope you like this video. I hope it helped you to relax. And I appreciate you taking the time and spending that time with me to watch this video. So, we'll leave it there, and I wish you all a very good rest of your day.